Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Hey, what's up? This is BlackCoffee, and you are watching Infusion TV. Peace.
Hey guys, this is Infusion TV. My name is Ntai, and I'm with the legendary BlackCoffee. How are you, my man?
Good, bro. What's up?
I'm good. Welcome back to Dubai.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
It's great to be back with that backdrop over there.
How's your second time? You loving it?
Yeah, man. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really nice. Full house. The music, the sound was amazing. The people, they didn't want to go. You know, it was really nice.
Amazing set, by the way. Amazing
Thanks,
set. From your first beat, you know, when you introduced that filter,
Yeah.
people could feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And as soon as your first beat dropped, they were like, oh my god, you know.
There
and I
we
could
go.
see people flooding on the dance floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Great set, by
No,
the way.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm gonna try and start up way back and come to what you've been doing recently, because I've been following you with your music, you as a person. All right, cool. So that's how we do it. I know our viewers would love to know how you came about with the name BlackCoffee. So I know you probably get asked this a lot of times. So
actually, I was doing an interview today online, and they asked me that same question.
same question.
I was given this name by a friend of mine, you know, back when I was still at school.
You can tell us the truth.
No, that's the truth. Then, when the time came, you know, for me to be like professional, and I was looking for a DJ name, I thought, well, someone used to call me BlackCoffee, you know, and I thought, let me just use that name, you know, and yeah, it worked.
Because I remember when you used to be Nutty.
Yeah,
There was a
for a
point
while.
where
No, for a while.
We were. I'm like, I'm gonna go see Nutty. I'm like, which one? They were like, you know.
Yeah.
So-
no, I had to, because there was about 2 other DJs that were, you know, the same name, which is my birth name, and I just thought, you know, for me to be professional as well, let me just separate the personal thing from work, and BlackCoffee was born there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you drink coffee, by the way?
a lot.
With milk or just as it
Sometimes.
is?
No, sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I'll call your missus milk or sugar.
We call it cream.
Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So, I remember 2005 is when your career blew up. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I mean, how did you get into production?
I started music. I was always just drawn into music from an early age. In school, I was in a music class from standard 5 until matric. I was in music class, I was in choirs, we had our own groups going on, and after finishing matric, after finishing high school, then I went to tertiary. I was doing a diploma in light music. That's the first time I was exposed to a recording studio, like a professional one. And, you know, from the day I saw it, I was always clued into, you know, I always wanted to learn more about production. I was always there, basically. So I started doing production 98, you know. Between then and 2005, when my first album came out, there was a lot of practice.
Well, you strike me as a guy that's got a very diverse taste in music, based on the music and your sound. Where do you get the inspiration from?
I grew up listening to everything, man. Even today, like the kind of music that I buy, you know, I draw my inspiration from different styles of music. Last week I bought a gospel album, you know, by a guy I went to school with, you know, you know. He's a guy I went to school with, very cool, down to earth, amazing singer, you know. And I didn't know it an album, and I saw his album, and I bought a South African, not traditional, but gospel album. I bought a new Gabon album. I buy a lot of jazz, Kurt Elling. I buy a lot of soul, neo soul. I buy everything, you know. I buy everything that inspires me, you know. Fonte. I'm looking for the new. It's called Crazy Summer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I listen to everything.
Nice. Well, the other thing that I wanted to know is that I'm gonna try and mix up all of these questions because we spoke earlier on, and you've answered some of the questions that I had for you. But I mean, I know our viewers would love to still know about it. Let me touch. I know you don't like talking about this, but I know your missus told me earlier on about P Diddy tweeting you, and is it Swizz Beatz?
Yeah, man.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Like I was saying earlier, you know, as producers, as musicians, you know, we communicate. You know, for me, I think it's very important to keep that as private as possible until a project is done. You know, because of my own reasons. You know, I don't like speaking about work until work is done.
It's done, right?
You know.
Yeah.
I'm quite sensitive when it comes to work. Yes, I have been speaking to Swizz Beatz for a while. You know, he was looking for music for Alicia Keys' album, which is out, and obviously the album is out. Nothing came out of it, you know. But there was that platform where, you know, we were talking, and you know, for me, I didn't see a need. I mean, she knows because she's my wife, but no one else knows that. There's no need for me to speak about it until we sit down or I go there and do the music.
Yeah.
You know, for me that's more important. But yes, I mean, that's what I'm looking at. You know, right now with my DVD out and my album out this week, I want to start expanding my horizon as a producer. You know, I want to start looking for bigger collaborations.
I am going to touch base on that in a second. You've worked with amazing vocalists in your production. How do you select them? Because I know there's a lot that goes into it. Do you want to just tell us how you actually get to pick? Because I know I don't think it's that easy, you know.
That's a very interesting question. For me, it's the voice, man. For me, it's never about names. You know, I'm on my 4th album now, you know, which was, South Africans were really waiting for it, and you know, it was like a do or die kind of thing, and you know, but you still find me working with unknown people, you know, because for me that's the most important thing. It's the voice, you know. It's not the biography. For me, it's how that certain voice works with what I want to do, you know. So in this album, I have music from people that never released albums before, you know. Some of them is their first single, it's their first time hearing themselves on radio, and for me it's always about that voice. A lot of people approach me, a lot of people send me music. A lot of South Africans can sing, man. We have a lot of talent there, but I always look for a certain voice when I'm doing a certain song, basically. It could be anything.
And I know we spoke earlier about how Deep House is so commercial, not commercial, but it's very big in South Africa as to compared to other places in the world. Do you wanna? Well, I know a lot of people in Dubai. Well, 360 is an amazing venue, and this is, if you wanted to come listen to this type of music, this is the place to be. But I mean, you've traveled the world, you've been everywhere. What is your take on Deep House, or what you do as a genre, and what makes your sound so universal?
I think in the beginning I was very conscious about the sound, you know. I wanted my sound to be universal, you know. I can't explain how really, or what goes into making that sound, you know. I can't really explain that, but I knew that, look, this is the kind of DJ I want to be, you know. I was always interested in being everywhere, you know. I'm here tonight. Tomorrow I leave, and tomorrow night I'm in Sentin at Icon, you know. Saturday I'm in
Pretoria.
Angoa, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
it's in Pretoria. Yeah. And Kagiso, you know.
Do you still do Mondays at Alex? I remember I've seen you a few times.
It's Sundays, you know, Joe's
Sundays or
Butchers.
Mondays?
Yeah, Sundays.
Yeah.
Sundays.
And
So
then what happens on Mondays? Nothing.
there is something, but
Yeah.
I've never played there. There is a sport on Mondays.
Yeah,
But
I remember seeing you at some point.
yeah, man.
After your last gig, but I didn't think you'd remember. But I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So for me, I've always wanted that universal sound, and I mean, I'm very happy South Africa is at a place where it is. You know, I just hope that everyone sees how big this is for us as a country, and I hope we protect it. By that I mean I hope we look after it, you know, and nourish it and make sure it blows into something even more bigger and beautiful. Africa Rising is a DVD I just released a month and a half ago. Today is what? Thursday.
Yeah.
On Tuesday we actually got the news that we are on gold, you
Wow.
know,
Nice.
which is amazing. And also on Tuesday I was releasing an album. You know, on the day that it was released, we pre-sold over 7,000 units, which is also a big thing for the kind of music that we do. And you know, but Africa Rising is a concert that I did in Durban with a 24-piece orchestra, and some of the musicians that I've worked with on my previous albums. You know, if you haven't seen it, you have to check
I
it out.
have the whole thing. So, and it was mind blowing.
Yeah, man. So at the moment we're trying to find a distributor. We're actually talking to a distributor in England, you know, so it can be available everywhere,
Yeah.
even online through them. You know, you can be able to order, and within a week you get it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How do you stay on top of your game? Just quick, you know, because I know your sound is. You just keep reinventing it, and it just never just gets old, you know. So how do you stay on top of your game?
I love my work, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's the craziest thing. I really love working. I have people tweeting me back home. People I don't even know, like, quite upset. Like, do you ever rest? Like, when do you rest? And you know, I think we all have a calling, you know, and we all have our responsibilities. And you know, for me, music is all I do. You know, that's all, and there's nothing else. I have a label, I have a career, and I love working. And with work, I always try and create music that is not bubblegum, music that has
I like that. I've got a name for that. Yeah.
you know, and music that is quite soulful, music that talks to you, whether it's a song with lyrics or not, music that will always be cherished, you know, timeless music. And I think that helps me. Like, that's why I haven't released an album in 4 years, and we still have people singing Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it tonight.
Yeah, I saw it tonight,
You know, I try and make music that, you know,
Stays in
crosses over as well.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Speaking of, you just mentioned a calling. The one thing about you is that people love your music and they adore your sound. And the one thing I personally like about you and I admire about you is that you very humble. You know, you work hard. And the one thing that I know that you do is that a lot of people don't know about your foundation, the DJ BlackCoffee Foundation. Do you want to tell us how that came about? I know you did a world record where you DJ'd for 60 hours. That was amazing. I know the guys. Let's just quickly run through that, and then I think this would be it for it.
DJ BlackCoffee Foundation is an initiative that I always wanted to do, you know, but I always struggled because of time. And 2010, when we had a World Cup in my country, I thought, let me launch it, you know, and there was no best way to do that than DJ, because people know me for that. So I set up this whole 60-hour DJ marathon thing, which was a great success. And actually, before then, I had a gala dinner, you know, a very formal event, and you know, we auctioned some paintings, and you know, we raised money, and you know, so the foundation is up and running. It's just we didn't do things properly, you know, because of time and because of traveling. And we've just managed now to set up the foundation properly and have a proper certificate and everything. So we only now starting to make plans to work next year, you know, because we were not allowed without a proper documents, basically. Yeah, so foundation is there to assist people with disabilities and not individuals as such, through homes, through institutions as well.
Shout out to Puma, like I said, Pioneer, Monster, Infusion TV, Infusion Magazine. You can follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Infusion Magazine. We love you guys. Ntai out. Okay. Booyah!